this is what we believe in, this is what the organization culture needs to be, if I may use the term,
Yeah.
and do things to give it that form and shape.
Very interesting. I believe that it's a leadership, the top management, the top leadership of the company, which has to actually define the culture. The direction has to be set. The behaviors, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable, has to be defined. I still sometimes think and feel that those big statements posted on the walls, uh, and people say we have made our vision, we have defined our values, and that defines our culture, will go for a toss if we don't live that, if we don't walk the talk. Those will remain, on the boards if we don't practice that. So and I've seen in many organizations where people allow culture to emerge on its own. I think I would call it a cultural drift. Yeah, where you do something, you start doing something, and then think that something magically will happen, and culture will define by itself. I think is a mandate for, I would say, mediocrity, disaster. Inspirational leadership from the organization is of paramount importance to, to define the culture and set the context how an organization is. You see examples, many examples of enterprises worldwide where the culture was defined in the organization by promoters, by senior management, and the organizations have actually walked the talk. And wherever the culture was not defined, the context was not set, organizations have flunkered. Let me give an example to you.
Yes, I think that will make it interesting.
I know of an organization which was into manufacturing synthetic rayons, part of a very, very large industrial group. It was very successful in those times where there was licensee Raj. The but the culture of creativity and innovation in that organization was not something which was uh, not in practice. So whatever else was happening in the rest of the world in terms of manufacturing synthetic rayon, that innovation, that creativity, that automation, let's say, yeah, it never entered into that organization. A very successful, hugely successful organization. It was number one organization in history in this country. The organization doesn't exist because, for the simple reason that the organization had shut its door on seeing what is happening in the rest of the world. So how do we bring that into this organization? Thousands of people became jobless in that organization, and it doesn't exist. Nobody even knows the name of the organization. Yeah. I have worked in some of the organizations where I've seen how. So, for example, one of the organization, the culture was of doing experiments and never bother about whether this experiment will fail. A hugely successful organization today. We were allowed to do experiments, make mistakes, learn from it, and move forward. And the entire organization, and this actually came from the board, this came from the promoters, right? And the mandate was very, very clear. It was a culture. So it was mandated that guys, don't bother if you don't succeed at attempt number one. There's always an attempt number two. There's always a plan B, plan C, right? And the organization was hugely successful. There's another organization where I was working, where the emphasis was on, the culture was people first, customer always.
People first, customer always.
Customer always.
Okay.
Right. And which means what? I believe in my people that they will do right things, and therefore, customer will always be with you. Because you will always take care of customer. So focus on people, focus on customer. Like I said earlier, culture of performance, which is customer centricity, culture of belonging, which is the organization also said, guys, we believe that one has to tie the laces of your shoes while sprinting. So that was the culture of speech. Hugely successful organization. Number one organization in its space in the country. In my current organization, Bhartiya Group, we have always believed that the culture of customer centricity is of paramount importance. We are so accessible to our customers that right from the chairman of the board to everyone in the senior leadership team down the line, we are always accessible. We always want to listen to what our customers are saying. Institutional customers, as you know, we supply to large brands all over the world, and retail customers in our other business. Right? So the focus and the mandate has been that take care of customers first. If you take care of customers first, they will always take care of you. And to reach to that level, we have a culture of openness and transparency. Anything and everything that we do in this organization is known to everyone. We are very transparent and we are very accessible to even our own.